The Second Moroccan Crisis, Agadir 1911, when gunboat diplomacy returned to Europe. Soldier Petr here. 6 years after the first Moroccan crisis, Europe is once again teetering on the brink of war, this time because of a German gunboat in Agadir, Morocco. The crisis of 1911 showed that the world had changed. Diplomacy is giving way to force. April 1911. Riots break out in Fez, Morocco. Sultan Moulay Hafid is besieged by rebels and calls for help. The French do not hesitate. They send a rescue expedition to the capital. But everyone knows this isn't just a rescue. It's the final takeover of Morocco. French troops occupy strategic points. French advisors take over the administration of the country. Morocco is de facto becoming a French protectorate. In Berlin, they watch the situation with growing frustration. The French are breaking the Algeciras agreement, says the Secretary of State. If they send soldiers, we'll send ships. The German government is preparing a response. This time, it won't just be a diplomatic note. This time, they'll show their strength. On July 1st, 1911, the German gunboat SMS Panther sails into the port of Agadir. The official reason: to protect German merchants. The only problem is that there is just one German living in Agadir, a local merchant named Hermann Wilberg. Thus, newspapers dubbed the German action the Panther Leap. It is a clear provocation. The Germans want to show that they will not passively watch the French annexation of Morocco. Kaiser Wilhelm is thrilled. At last, we'll show the French what we can do. Our ships, our strength. But in reality, Germany only has a small gunboat in the area. The French have an entire fleet off the Moroccan coast. Britain responds immediately. The Admiralty receives the order. Fleet, stand by. The Royal Navy prepares for a possible clash with German ships. In July, at Mansion House in London, Chancellor Lloyd George delivers a speech that shakes Europe. Britain will not be humiliated by any foreign power. If we are forced to defend our interests, we will do so by any means available. This is, in effect, a declaration of war against Germany. Lloyd George, known as a pacifist, threatens war. In Berlin, it is perceived as a mortal insult. Kaiser Wilhelm rages, "How dare the English threaten us? We are a great power." But the German Admiralty is realistic. The Royal Navy has a threefold superiority. A naval war would be suicide. The French press rejoices. Britain stands with us. Together we will stop German aggression. The Triple Entente becomes a military reality. In September 1911, after months of negotiations, a compromise is reached. France gains effective control over Morocco in exchange for a piece of French Congo, which goes to Germany. On the map, it looks fair. In reality, it is a German defeat. France acquires a wealthy country with an important strategic position. Germany gets a patch of African jungle that nobody wants. A Moroccan shilling for Congolese ground, German journalists mock. The opposition in the Reichstag is furious. The government has humiliated us again. When will we finally show our strength? Public opinion is even worse. Germans were expecting a major diplomatic victory. Instead, they see yet another concession in the face of encirclement. The Agadir crisis changed European politics. It showed that diplomacy without backing power is useless. It also showed that Britain is willing to fight for French interests. The Germans learned their lesson. Next time we must be ready for war, says the General Staff. The Schlieffen Plan is updated, the army expanded, and the fleet strengthened. The French also invest more in their military. Program 17, new rifles, artillery, aircraft. The Germans only understand force, says General Joffre. For the first time, Britain begins to seriously plan a continental expedition. We may have to send the army to the continent, the Admiralty considers. Europe has split into two armed camps preparing for war. Agadir was its dress rehearsal. Next time, I'll tell you how the Balkan Wars began. Conflicts that showed modern wars are not quick and easy, but long and bloody. If you like the videos and the whole series, please give a like and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And if you have any thoughts on the topic, share them in the comments. Soldier Petr,